All right, guys, welcome to tonight's presentation. My name is Casey, and I'm your host, and I believe that love can absolutely change the world. And tonight we're going to talk about love in a whole different kind of way. Love in terms of loving your body, nutrition, and loving yourself in terms of a financial wall, if that's something that you chose to participate in. But I really want to focus a lot tonight on the wellness aspect of what it is that we do. So just a little bit about me. I was a registered nurse. I worked in the adult intensive care unit. So I would have officially been, a COVID-19 nurse, ventilator nurse, ICU, and then I worked in pediatric oncology. And, right now the world is just going through so much. It seems like it changed in an instant. So just absolute prayers out there to everyone, anyone who's struggling with illness, and of course, anyone on the front line that, was dealing with this newness and the shifts that we've had in our economy. And so I've been inviting people for over 7 years to take a look at this nutrition and this business model. And, I'm so thankful to my friend Jennifer. I sent her a message the other day for sharing this with me, because truly I cannot think of a different gift or where my life would be if I was not, presented with Isagenix. And so just, whoever shared this information with you, they care about you, they love you. And I've often said that I have gotten out of sick care and I've gotten into health care. And I'm not making any medical claims. We don't cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent disease. I'm an independent associate of Isagenix, so my views and opinions are not necessarily theirs. But we have been so disassociated from wellness and from food and from nutrition for far too long. And I do believe that in any situation, you can look at it like, what's a solution? What can we do? And I feel like right now we're in a place where we can really start to look at what we're feeding our bodies at such a different level, and get back to Pachamama, Mama Earth. I've turned into a hippie crunchy. So I was introduced to Isagenix and I was just exhausted. I was tired. I was a night shift nurse. For any of my nurses right now, oh my gosh, my heart's to you. I can only imagine. And I was just looking to feel better. And 2 weeks within doing this nutrition, it was like this light bulb went on. I felt fantastic. Releasing some fluff, honestly, was, a bonus to just how I felt. And then I dug into why Isagenix makes you feel so freaking fantastic. And so Dr. Linus Pauling, if you want to do any research on this man, go for it. 48 PhDs. But he says that every single sickness and disease can be traced back to a mineral deficiency in the human body. You guys, health has been on the bottom of the totem pole for a while. It's just light is now being shined on it, right? And I think that we're really valuing it. And as a adult intensive care unit nurse, I saw young people, 20, 30, 40 dying. I saw children from cancer fighting for their lives and passing. The value of health is so powerful. And every single time we feed ourselves, we're making a conscious choice to elevate our health or de-elevate it, right? Now, I'm a firm believer in some cheat days as well, too. But everything was fine when air was air, water was water, and food was food from that mineral and from our soil, right? But what happens now, they're both combined. So I even work with a lot of people who they eat clean. We've done some calls with some people who actually permaculture, they do their own gardening even still. But now we have pesticides, everywhere. Our air is absolutely polluted. I think that you can really see just with areas that have pollution and lockdown. They've shown satellites on that aspect too. Water, please, up your water intake. Water is one of the most glorious things that we can do for ourselves. But, there's often a lot of plastic bottles that actually have plastics in it that really are awful for your stress and your body completely, right? So even our water can be have toxins in it. We shower in water, right? That unless you have this massive water filter in your home. And then we look at our food sources, right? And you think about what's sprayed: herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. And what's happened is all of the soil has really been depleted. And so all the little, life in the soil has also died. And so what their little jobs, those little microbes, they take the rock mineral and they ferment it. And so the plants could uptake it into nutrients. So now we're talking about soil that's been completely over-farmed and depleted of minerals and nutrients, right? So this has been the issue. And even for people who are eating extremely clean, you can look at this study. Now, this was back in 1953, but it would take you 51 cups of spinach to get to what one bowl used to have, what they released in 2007. So you can imagine like that aspect of back in 1953 with where the soil was to then 2007, and like nobody's eating this much. So we truly do have to supplement. So what Isagenix is it is a whole foods cellular replenishing system to couple with a whole foods incredible lifestyle that allows for those nights out, those cheats, and just really to create a sustainable lifestyle, but to bridge the gap of what we've not been getting because our food has been in a very sad situation. Now, Dr. Michael Colgan, he's also absolutely amazing. You can do any type of research on him. Every day, every single day, your body has to have 60 essential nutrients, building blocks for healthy cells, right? These are nutrients that the body cannot make. We must obtain them from the diet. And so if we must obtain it from a diet, but we're eating, completely deficient, even healthy fruits and veggies and things like that that are deficient, then you talk about eating completely processed junk. Our cells are just starving. We've been stuffed calorically and we've been starved nutritionally. And right now, more than ever, we're seeing the value of having a healthy immune system. This right here, you can look at, it's Senate document 264, but it really shows the increase in disease with the decrease in minerals in the soil. I'm not going to get in that whole spiel. I could talk for hours on that, but just to start, giving you ideas of what are we feeding ourselves with? Ask yourself, like, what are we feeding ourselves with? And that is what I love about partnering with Isagenix, because when I started Isagenix, it was, I put some products in my body. And then my friend Jennifer, she said, Casey, you should look this opportunity. Well, when I looked at the opportunity of Isagenix and I saw their mission to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world, that was something that I could align with. And, I feel like I nurse just as much now as I did then in terms of, being able to help people have this sustainable lifestyle that they can move forward for, because, we can get a new, we can get a new house, we can get a new car. You cannot get a new body. Right. So like the fact is that we're willing to invest and do all these things. But like, when was the last time you like did a good cleanse on your body, a good, fast? And what's so interesting is all the trends that are out there in wellness right now, as far as, intermittent fasting, as far as adaptogens, as far as plant proteins, like we've been doing that for 18 years. Right? It's like the wellness industry is just now catching up to what Isagenix has been doing. And so just a little history, you guys, about Isagenix, for those of you who are taking a look at it for the very first time. John Anderson, there's some really great videos that Jim Coover really talks about how they kind of formed Isagenix, but he's known as the mineral man, the botanical man. What he can do naturally, people can't figure out how to do with chemicals, right, that are even then toxic to the body, but he knows synergistic effects. So like the bioavailability, for example, if you take a certain how people say that, like, okay, well, if you take vitamins, you're just like paying for expensive urine. That's kind of can be an accurate statement at times, because if you're taking a vitamin, but you're not taking a mineral that it needs for its bioavailability, or with a digestive enzyme that that particular vitamin needs for being uptaken into the body and its efficacy, then yeah, your body's not going to absorb it. So John Anderson is like this synergistic man that knows how to just make these beautiful products, but he was so let down. So he worked for over 600 companies, developed 2,400 products. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in the nutraceutical, people should be very skeptical of the nutraceutical world because, only 10% of what's on a label actually needs to be in a product. What? I'm going to say only 10% of a way, but what needs to be in the product. And so he wanted a company with quality products where 100% of what is on the label is in the products, and using his synergistic blends for that bioavailability and that uptake. So that's the brilliance behind John Anderson, right? Now, he knew that he needed a business team. So he looked to Jim and Kathy Coover, who were very well known in the direct marketing industry, the work from home, the network marketing. So thankful for being able to work from home. But he knew that he needed people that had a good track record. So Jim Coover, brilliant on the business end, took struggling companies to successful companies, really understands compensation plans. Kathy Coover, an associate just like myself, like the person who invited you to view this information. So she knows what it's like to build a team. And she was really let down from 3 companies. Watch the history of Isagenix, listen to their stories, type in on YouTube, Isagenix episodes 1 through 11, and listen to this family really talk about it. They did not come out of retirement just to make this profit. They came out to impact world health and be the most trusted and respected company in wellness. And then Eric Coover, who will be, running the whole company one day, their promise to us is to stay private so we don't have to worry about shareholders, stockholders, and all those things. And so that's the birth of kind of what's behind and how Isagenix started 18 years ago. But I want to talk about this commitment to quality. And really, it's my opinion that we absolutely exceed organic standards. USD organic standards is simply that the soil hasn't been sprayed for 3 years, right, to get that stamp. You guys, Isagenix, we source from all over the world, and we triple test our materials. We triple test it in, right? It gets made, tested before it goes out. Like, you ain't going to find that somewhere else. We're also NSF certified. NSF certified, we have an incredible performance line. And that is for any collegiate athletes where they know that they can take it and absolutely there's no banned substance in it. So the fact that all of that goes into every single time you're inviting somebody to eat Isagenix, knowing that this type of quality and commitment, that's a really big deal. And we're seeing it more so than ever, that there are charlatan companies out there. The fact that Isagenix puts so much into their, product testing, so much into sourcing, so much into clinical studies, you can really, anything that you want to see scientifically, Isagenix backs it up in research. And, I think this is one of my favorite studies. My favorite thing on here was the average of 44% increase in toxin release. Isagenix has gotten a name for weight loss. We're not a weight loss company. We're a wellness company. Now, for sure, we have weight loss options. My sister's released 130 pounds on Isagenix. But this really is a wellness company. And the whole thing is, though, you're also wanting to put on lean muscle, especially as you age, right? Like, you want to be putting on lean muscle. That's a really big deal. Visceral fat, the deadly fat, the fat around your organs, right now, get your immune system up. It is our moral obligation for the economy. It is our moral obligation for our community, our family, have this immune system strong. And so just a couple of the core products that I'm going to share with you guys, if you're in some product pages and you've seen these. So Isagenix has full meal replacements. Now, these are actual meal replacements. So you're talking about, you're not needing to add anything else. You can literally ice and water. They're absolutely delicious. And you can also look too at the undenatured grass-fed whey. I'll never forget reading the book called Detoxify or Die. And it was by a medical doctor who left the medical industry because she was really fed up that nobody was talking about nutrition. And she said, don't touch dairy except undenatured organic whey protein. And it's because it actually allows your body to produce something called glutathione, which is a mother antioxidant that's really serving your immune system. So, I take in this every single day. They're, again, absolutely delicious. So many different flavors. On our way, we also have a plant source protein, pea and brown rice, that you can also do if you're just wanting to up your macro and micronutrients, or if you're a vegan. I absolutely love the chocolate, but you're also getting digestive enzymes, or you can get our isobiome, which also is digestive enzymes. And so when you're talking about, remember Dr. Michael Colgan, you need those 60 essential nutrients. In a shake, you're getting over 200 nutrients in one shake. So, imagine what you're doing for that. You're getting your healthy carbs, you're getting your healthy fats, fiber, all of those things. It is a full meal delivered to your door right now. Incredible that we get to offer that. And what happens when you start putting alkaline nutrition inside your body is it starts to able to do this balancing act of homeostasis. And homeostasis is, when you talk about taking in a lot of acidic things, and again, right now people are looking, for their shelf stable things, but they're just ridden with absolutely processed stuff, not enhanced, but processed. And, talk about just the overloaded of sugar. And it's just this inflammation attack on the body right now. And so if you can get in 1 to 2 meals a day of these shakes, you're beginning to elevate your body and allow it to become much more alkaline, which is critical for an immune system. So our Cleanse for Life, or also known as Nourish for Life in some countries. Now, this is not something where you're going to do a GI cleanse or like a poopy cleanse. Cleanse for Life, Nourish for Life is you're allowing your body to go into a fasting state. And again, fasting is like one of the biggest trends of 2020 in wellness. We've been doing it for 18 years. But water fasting can be hard. And if you haven't, primed your body, or if it's not getting in nutrition before and you just start to rid it. So the Nourish for Life, it's actually the heart of the aloe vera leaf, and it actually helps bind to impurities. It increases your human growth hormone on these fasting. When you do that fasting day, your human growth hormone increases. You're giving your digestive system a break. You are either, digesting or you're kind of detoxing. You're not going to be doing both optimally. And so right now, if our oxygen, right, is polluted, our water, our food, let's give our bodies just a little bit of help and do some routine cellular intermittent supported fasting where you can take snacks on it to really help depending on which level. You can do 24 hours, 48 hours, but the Nourish for Life is assisting your body in getting through that, because your body is a massive detoxer, right? Like God gifted us with these incredible vehicles. We have a liver, a kidney. Your respiratory system is actually huge. It's very important when you talk about the acid alkaline balance. And so, we're addressing all these organs and we're helping them do what God designed them to do by giving them a little bit of support, right? With these intermittent fasting days. If somebody is looking at isogenics for weight loss, absolutely, the cellular rebalancing days, massive benefits for that as well too. I think we all know diets don't work. We can just look around. This is an epidemic for sure. And diets absolutely fail. I watched my sister. She was a dieter over and over, and people that tend to diet tend to actually weigh more than people who just kind of maintain an unhealthy lifestyle. And just to kind of think about that, if you're lowering your caloric intake, right, and let's say that you're working out, for sure, you're going to be, lose some fat and all of that's well and done. But if you're not addressing the impurity issues, well, your body's actually using fat to protect you. And there's something called an obesogen. The plastic that's not good for you is actually an obesogen, right? Fat wants to encapsulate around it to actually protect you from it. So then people, once they start introducing calories again, or they go off for a weekend and, they gain 5-10 pounds like that, their body's like in a starvation mode first because they're, cutting calories from already deficient foods. And then they're introducing it, but they're toxic, right? And so when you really are introducing intermittent cellular fasting and you can start to rebalance, you're going to have a much more powerful way to maintain healthy weight loss as well. And because too, you're taking in such quality protein, you're putting on lean muscle. So that is great for people who are, wanting to release weight that come to Isagenix for that too. But even people who have no weight to lose, the benefits of intermittent fasting are absolutely incredible. Now, stress. Stress right now, I believe, is the number one of everything, right? I cannot imagine for parents that have that they're homeschooling young children now, people that are, up for what is going on with their jobs, the stress or fear of this virus. If you have a loved one that's sick, like stress is a real deal and it is attacking the body, your adrenals, you are under attack. So Ionic Supreme has adaptogenic herbs. We have a lot of our drinks, our E-Shot, our Bia that we're all in love with have adaptogens in them. And that's allowing your body to really, whatever stress it's going to. Again, this is one of the trends of 2020 that Isagenix has been doing for 18 years. So it's just key. I personally am taking it 3 times a day. They say 1 to 2. I'm kind of a, all in kind of girl, I guess. But once a day, at least, you want to get this in your body. Your body is under stress. Help it out a little bit, you guys. Help it out. Aren't we realizing right now, like, what a gift it is to have health? Let us treat it very seriously. I also absolutely love our telomere support. Telomeres, the tips of your DNA. This is also something in anti-aging and just cell repair. If you want to Google this or anything, I mean, this is on a trend too that everybody's starting to learn about. My stem cell doctor, when I received stem cells for a back injury that I had, she's obsessed. She loves the Isagenesis as well. So we actually partnered with Bill Andrews, who is just brilliant. They call him the man who can stop time, but he really partnered with John Anderson and his testing lab on what they can do with telomeres. I'm not going to get into that whole presentation, but just know that Isagenesis is absolutely amazing. We also have our Aegis Essentials. There's some things that we can't formulate in the shakes, like resveratrol, CoQ10, your omegas. So Isagenix is literally an online wellness store, right? Again, our whole performance line. If you are worried about your immune system at all, you're not probably getting enough fruits and vegetables, you're not getting, all your servings of greens, I highly encourage adding these. If you're a current Isagenix user, again, not making claims that we prevent or cure diseases, but you best believe I am down in this stuff like you wouldn't believe it. Now, we are currently out of our ISA Immune with zinc. Please only order 1 shake booster of the Immune. We just got that back. Add a scoop of the ISA Immune shake booster every single day. I also, my holistic practitioners and my naturopathic doctors are very big right now on taking in apple cider vinegar and vitamin C. So we have a product, our Natural Accelerator, that comes in a lot of our systems that has that. And then I'm personally taking 3 Sea Light a day. Again, maybe overboard, but that's my choice. But I highly encourage at least getting that. And the Sea Light also does come in our vitamin packets as well too. So, what better gift could you give somebody or give to yourself or give to your family than to start loving your body and putting some incredible, nutritious, no compromise products in your body every single day. Now, ISA Body is something that we have. And it actually, if you are a customer of Isagenix and using Isagenix products consistently, every 16 weeks, you can actually receive $200 in free groceries from Isagenix and our ISA Body. We also have our ISA Life that has workout routines that you can get for free. There's no membership that you have to pay to be able to get our wholesale pricing. And, you have 30 days money back guarantee with the Isagenix products that if you don't swear by it, the biggest risk factor is that you ate some incredible nutrition. Now, our customers have the option, if they choose, to lend a helping hand and help out their neighbors in need of their wellness goals, also with their wealth goals. So we are a home-based business. You will not see us in stores. The company, right? The way that this business model works is instead of paying like advertisers, we are the marketing force. And I'm so thankful. Like Isagenix hasn't missed a beat throughout this whole situation, the way that they're treating their employees. And, with money and work being the primary stressors, 76% of people in general, this was before this situation going on. Also, 46% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency expense with savings. You guys, this, the wellness is absolutely right, because you only have one body. But the fact that we are in this current situation economically is not okay. And we have solutions to help people. And so if you're someone who, like me, was closed off to network marketing, I can appreciate that. But I just want to ask you, what if this was something that could absolutely transform your life? This is my house that I lived in when I was introduced to Isagenix. I was broke. I lived paycheck to paycheck. I had credit cards. I, had payments, you rob Peter to pay Paul type situations. I mean, just absolutely. I had a husband that was active duty military. I never got to see him. We had opposite schedules, nights, weekends, holidays, deployments, those types of things. And when I saw this vehicle and I knew that every dollar that I earned was going to represent somebody having better health, I was like, show me, what do I do? Like, how does it work? Because I didn't want to be just over broke. And now it's not just about being just over broke or getting by. Now it's about, you need a second stream of income. You need that plan B, right? Even just that additional extra couple $100 to do something. So, so many people right now are, if they're getting a check, like, are you going to invest that check into some great nutrition and then, have a fraction of that, then be able to absolutely get out of that hole that you're in? Because my life has not been impacted at all financially. Like, I am so thankful, not to mention that it allows me to work from anywhere, travel the world. I mean, literally, we've paid off our house. We have no car payments. Like, Isagenix has given me all that from a registered nurse earning $21 an hour. And, you can go to isagenixearnings.com, but this is not a get in and get rich quick. This is a business opportunity to work from home and help people get groceries delivered to their door, which they're doing anyway, taking money they're already spending on food, and you're showing them how to get a better source of nutrition. So to me, it was like a no-brainer. But if you really want to wonder, like, okay, what is wealth? Well, wealth, how long can somebody survive? We just saw 46% of people, right, would struggle to cover a $400 emergency expense. But, how long can you survive without working and maintain your current level of lifestyle? And when I was in about my year 4 of building Isagenix, I was in a car accident and I was bedridden for a while, and I was still earning over 5-figure months in Isagenix because I had residual income coming in. And so that's something that it is my truest belief that if people really understand residual income, it is not a matter of, do I create it? It is, what do I do to create it? If you don't create it here, create it somewhere, because it is like oxygen. And, people think that, okay, this is like just a direct sales model. But I just want to invite you to realize it's so much more than a direct sale model, because direct sales is really focused with a retail aspect, right? So again, we're already spending money on nutrition. We already eat. So we're taking money that we already spend and reallocate it. We're not spending it on crap like sodas, but just going to use this as an example because it's a good one. So in direct sales retail model, it's like saying, okay, buy this amount of product up front, turn around, upcharge it, resell it, make the difference. What we're doing in network marketing is we're opening up online vending machines. So when we personally get our wellness pack, whatever, that we want to start with, it's good for us. And our goal is get with whoever invited you to see what's best for you and your family. But, we get our initial wellness vending machine. And then what that allows us to do is place as many vending machines as we want in any of the 14 countries that we're in. And Isagenix does all the overhead. So like, that's the key difference. We're not buying any product up front. You're not stocking, you're not reselling. I only purchase my personal consumption. And I was going to do that anyway. Tax write-off and benefits, work with your accountant, but a home-based business taxes, that's a whole nother issue and glorious thing too. You can go on YouTube and you can listen to this 27-minute audio. It's called The Business of the 21st Century. Robert Kiyosaki is the #1 best-selling finance book author of all time. And he really talks about this form of business being humanitarian work. And more so than ever, I'm seeing it. When I was talking to Jennifer, who shared Isagenix with me, it was just like more now than ever, like we have got to roll up our sleeves and educate people about this business model, because we're with a recession proof company that has not missed a beat in a crisis that was unforeseen, when I know that there's other companies and situations, that is happening, and that you're allowed to be able to have just the, empowering culture. Again, there's not even a minimal startup cost. You're taking money that you're spending anyway and you're just reallocating it. But to be able to work from home and have the flexibility now to work around your family and to plug into empowering people that are doing something to be a part of the solution and a part of the change right now, and really elevate this economy out of the situation, we're going to be a huge part of that. This is your beautiful headquarters in Arizona. Again, it's family owned, and to be able to operate in 14 countries, that's incredible. You don't have to be there. You don't have that, overhead. And if you're looking at just network marketing in general, look at these categories. These categories you want to know. Well, you want to know about the company and the ownership and how it got started. When somebody tells me, oh, you got to get in, it's a ground floor opportunity, I don't want it just to be a good opportunity if it's ground floor. What about the people that come in 10 years? I want it to be good for them too. So, in most businesses, in their first 5 years, they fail. Isagenix, we have 18 years of that stability. So, the fact that we have recession proof, all the support structure, timing for sure right now, but just in general too, people are getting educated on GMOs, herbicides, pesticides. They're getting educated on fasting. They're wanting to know what they can do to improve their health. They're wanting to know how to work from home. All of those trends that we've been talking about for 7 years, or at least me, right? Now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's more needed now than ever. And, when the fact that you get to leverage the 50 full-time scientists, the years of experience of the Cougars, of the executive team, of all of that, that's what you're partnered with. And, even people that were doing things for additional income, with Uber and Airbnb, they're impacted right now. I was just talking to a girl who just started Isagenix, and her Airbnb business is gone. The Uber people, my husband, he does Amazon affiliation, but that's not residual like Isagenix is. And so I want to really hope to hit hard. If you guys just stay with me for 10 more minutes, I think I've gotten on some passionate boxes here, so I can really help you understand the difference between linear and residual and leveraged income. So I see the chat, so I'll go back to them. But linear income is when you're exchanging time for money. Now, 95% of the population is operating with about 5% of the wealth in circulation, and they're on linear income. Leveraged and residual income is how the wealthy will continue to get wealthier. They're playing in different systems. Now, 5% of the population is operating with about 95% of the wealth. And so, we all can have access to financial education and financial literacy. And Isagenix introduced me to financial literacy. Isagenix introduced me to making money work for me. Isagenix introduced me to business concept of owning a system, of owning investments, of having money to put in investments. So, people say, oh, well, do you have to get in to make all the money at the top? I'm able to out earn people above me. If you look at any structure that is a corporation, it is going to look like a pyramid. So no, that's just, it's just not true, right? So a pyramid is when there's no exchange of a product, good, or service. I just went over all of our products. You get the service of the company, you get this leverage of the team, all of those things. So we have the best products on the planet offering massive service. And so, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a book that you can really see how to get over on that right side of the quadrant. And the reason now, Robert Kiyosaki, he is not a network marketer, but he loves network marketing because he understands finance. And he says that it allows the average person to get onto the right side of the quadrant. And again, for us in Isagenix, it's simply reallocation. It's not even an additional expense. So how would you like to be in the 5% operating with 95% of the wealth, leveraging things, and in recession proof? Leverage is really key to understand this business model. So if you worked for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week, that's 250 work days a year. Now we're going to factor in 2 weeks time off, right? That's 2,000 hours of work that you would have to eject on your own time. Now, 100 people doing just 1 hour a day for 250 work days a year, that's 25,000 hours. You guys, in order for you to do that off your sole effort, that would take you 12.5 years. 12.5 years to do what 100 people could do in 1 hour a day for the same amount of time, right? 500 people doing 1 hour a day for that same amount of 250 work days, that would take you 62.5 years to do off your sole effort. When I was a nurse, I went to work. I got paid. If I didn't go to work, I didn't get paid. I had 2 weeks time off. If I could get off when I wanted, right? It was exchanging time for money. I didn't have anything to leverage. What this business model allows you to do is leverage. So would you rather earn 1% off of 1,000 people's efforts or 100% off your sole effort? And in return, those people could earn 1% off of you. Right? I want the 1% on 1,000 and they can earn 1% on me. And Isagenix, we get to earn 6%. Also, you want to understand geometric progression. Geometric progression is something that our business model also participates in. So a little old penny, if it's playing in geometric growth, it can come to over $5 million in 30 days because it is compounding itself, right? This is an eighth wonder of the world, the compounding effect. And so what if you just start Isagenix right now for the nutrition? Amazing. You're doing your immune system some health, and then I don't know if this is for you right now or if it's not, but oh my gosh, like what if it is, because you can start to get some compounding effect and growth. And so you're going to be in an industry that allows the everyday person to create leverage and residual income by meeting the need that is so desperately needed right now. And you're getting paid on reoccurring purchases. You guys, there's a lot of industries out there and I love supporting them all, but you know what's not a necessity? A lot of things out there. You know what is a necessity? Is food. That's what Isagenix is. And that is why it is a recession-proof industry. And that is why we exploded and had so much growth between 2008 and 2011 when the recession hit and the economy went down. Isagenix thrived because people need to eat and people need to create an income in a recession-proof without having all the hassle of a small business, of all the overhead, brick and mortar, all of those things. My heart goes out to every single small business owner right now. I cannot imagine what it is like to have to close your doors from your blood, sweat, and tears. So, when you think about linear income and that exchanging time for money, right? Again, that's your employee. You're exchanging that hourly wage, right? Commission, or maybe a tip if you're a waiter or bartender. Now, self-employed are those small business owners. There's risk, there's investment, there's capital, there's employees. There's a lot of moving pieces. I honestly don't know how things are as cheap as they are, right? There's so many moving pieces to that. Now, leveraged income, you're utilizing the resources. You're utilizing more than what you could do off your own to create that compounding effect to be able to earn. So examples are like, if somebody created something and they get paid time and time and time again on it. So that is what we do in Isagenix. So the way that it works for us is, now we do exchange. Right now I am exchanging time for money, possibly, right? Like exchanging time. I'm here, I'm putting my effort in, right? So you get bonuses for helping somebody start. That's a wide range of bonuses that you can do from helping people get started, but just from helping 2 people, you can earn like anywhere from $120 to $700 just for helping 2 people, right? That's exchanging time for money. So we also develop linear type income from developing people. So like when we help people, help people open accounts, they reward us in bonuses. I'm not going to get in that whole structure, but that is also how we receive linear income. You're exchanging time for money and you're paid bonuses. That is not the yummiest part. Now, bonuses for you where you are right now or who you're talking to, that might be food on the table, right? Like that might be lights on. So the bonuses are massive and we get paid people very quickly in Isagenix with incredible bonuses. Thank you, Jim and Kathy. But then what we also get to do is then every single time somebody goes shopping and they purchase their groceries from the Isagenix grocery store out of that vending machine that they got, we get to earn 6% off of our entire organization. We do not get paid on levels. If you are a network marketer, that will be a term that we don't flush volume. We don't get paid on levels. We get 6% on our entire organization. We can get an additional 10% on our leaders as well. And we're leveraging all of Isagenix from the comfort of our home, from the comfort of our cell phone, right? From the comfort, like all of Isagenix handles all of it. We initially helped people get started. We got rewarded for that. But then anytime people from there on go grocery shopping, if we are consuming Isagenix, we can earn 6 to additional 10%. And you can, check out icemovie.com. You can ask whoever invited you to really understand the in-depth detail of the compensation plan. But the way that we earn money is we lift people up and we help them. And like, hallelujah, that the fact that I get to bless somebody and their family with great nutrition, the best on the planet, and I'm going to be rewarded for that. And then when you help other people do the same, you get to create income. That is our business structure. That is our model. And it literally, you eat the food, you share the system with people who want to eat it and who need it. And then people are going to want to, just absolutely be customers. About 85% of people are customers with Isagenix. And then we have people that want to create a little bit of extra income, an additional $200, $500,000 a month. And then we have people that want to, create 6 or 7 figures with Isagenix. And, I got very serious about this. I saw what I had. I was able to become the 203rd millionaire in Isagenix. That's something that's accumulated $1 million. But to be able to create passively multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year that represent that nutrition going in people's bodies, I thank God every day that Jennifer loved me enough to share this with me. Thank God, because I don't know where I would be right now. And so if somebody invited you to view this, they really want to lift you up, they want to help you. We get paid so many ways on that vending machine, though. You guys, think about it. Every single time product moves through the vending machine, any of the 14 countries, you don't have to do any direct sales. The company, you open up somebody's online wellness account. And so yeah, there's ways to get paid daily, weekly, monthly. Check out the compensation plan. Let the concept of leverage and residual seep into you, and know that the way that you make money is by serving other people with their number one asset. And, I believe that we can absolutely transform the world. I believe that this industry is going to be a huge part of transforming the world. I for sure know that us having our healthiest immune system is absolutely a part of transforming the world. The community's coming together. And so stay healthy, keep loving each other, be nice, pour some love and greatness into people. And not everybody's going to be ready right now, to maybe, to have the courage to try something that could serve them, right? And so that's okay. Just whenever somebody's ready, love them. But don't not share this with somebody. Let them make that decision for themselves. And let's just be here to support people when they are. So I want to thank you guys all. Sorry, went a little overboard. Got on my nutrition hype tonight. So just God bless. Thank you guys so much.